Happy holidays, everyone. Be sure to head over to our website at www.h4ht.com and shop your holiday Buy Ho 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 merch, which is a limited edition holiday collection. You can use code H4HT for free shipping on all items, including the bundles, or you can use holiday sale, a single holiday mug. You can get it in winter green or Christmas red. And we also have our t-shirts and sweaters you can order today. And just to let you know, if you catch me on live, you can use the code NOWLIVE for 20% off of all items. This collection won't be available for long as it is limited edition, so take advantage of the sales today. Happy holidays, everyone. Enjoy your holidays, and remember, bye ho ho the haters away.
All right, welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive.
Excited to be here.
Today we're looking at really interesting stuff, I think. Celebrity news and pop culture commentary. But we're going to try to go a little deeper with it.
Absolutely.
And use it as like a lens to look at like broader changes in society.
Exactly.
And how like friendship and religion and public image, all these things are kind of being redefined.
Yeah, all happening right in front of us.
Right in front of us, yeah.
In these shows.
Exactly. So let's start with the Real Housewives of Potomac.
Okay.
Always a good time.
Always a good time.
We see Mia Thornton kind of clashing with the other housewives.
Yeah.
And you know, the excerpts you sent me really highlight this conflict over, you know, mothers being scrutinized for their choices.
Yeah, and I mean, it's one thing if you know, if you're just a regular person and you're making decisions in private.
Right.
But when you're in the public eye, every choice is amplified.
Yeah.
So I can see how Mia feels like Giselle and Karen crossed a line.
Yeah.
By, you know, criticizing her choices as a mother.
Especially in the show.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's all playing
in front of everyone.
in front of the cameras.
Yeah.
So, and Ashley Darby, you know, she was initially on Mia's side.
Yeah.
Is really disappointed in her.
Yeah.
And even goes so far as to question her integrity.
It's a big statement.
Which is a huge statement.
Especially in the world of reality TV.
Oh, my gosh.
Where it seems like people forgive anything.
Yeah.
You know, so to question someone's integrity, that's serious.
Yeah, it is.
That really stood out to me in the excerpts.
It really does suggest that there are shifting lines, like what's considered acceptable behavior, even within a friend group, as dynamic as the housewives.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, it's interesting because we see this reflected in another show that you shared, Married to Medicine.
Oh, yeah, Married to Medicine.
Which, for folks who haven't seen it, it follows the lives of women in Atlanta, many of whom are doctors.
Right, or married to doctors.
Or married to doctors, right? And so we see Quad Webb kind of navigating some choppy waters in her friendships as well.
Yeah, it seems like there's this real debate over like what constitutes true friendship and how much disagreement is allowed before a relationship just totally breaks down.
Yeah. You know, reality TV often acts like a pressure cooker, right?
Yeah.
It takes those societal tensions that already exist and it amplifies them.
Yeah.
And because these shows focus on female friendships, they become like a fascinating microcosm.
I like that.
For examining these shifting dynamics.
So it's not just like manufactured drama for entertainment.
No, it's reflecting some real changes in how we relate to each other in real life.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So speaking of dynamics, I'm curious to get into this other show.
Okay.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, yeah. This one was really fascinating to me, too.
This one really intrigued me.
Yeah. I mean, it's such a a glimpse into a community that I think a lot of people don't really understand.
Absolutely.
And to see these women trying to balance these very strict rules of Mormonism with their desire to kind of like live these more modern lives.
Right, to be individuals within that structure.
It creates some friction for sure.
It does.
Yeah.
And you know that detail about the moms? embracing ketamine therapy while rejecting caffeine.
Yes.
I mean, that's such a...
It's such a powerful example.
Powerful example of picking and choosing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
which parts of the religion they're going to follow.
Exactly. It's like, okay, this part works for me.
Right.
This part doesn't.
Yeah. It's fascinating.
And they're navigating that line between tradition and individual choice.
And it's not easy.
Yeah, it's definitely...
But you see it with Whitney and Taylor.
Oh, absolutely.
Where Whitney refuses to even attend Taylor's baby shower.
Yeah.
Because of choices that Taylor's made.
Right, because she feels like those choices go against her beliefs.
Right, her religious beliefs.
Her religious beliefs.
It really makes you think, like, how much can you accept someone's differences, even within, a faith community, before those differences just become deal breakers?
Right, and it raises the question of whether, religion can sometimes be used as a tool for social control.
Interesting.
Even in personal relationships.
Yeah, we see this in politics all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you mentioned Donald Trump.
Right.
And how he uses...
religious...
kind of religious imagery and language.
But often his actions seem to contradict those values.
Totally. And so is that...
It's interesting to see those parallels.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, in both cases... religion can be wielded in ways that can be both empowering and manipulative.
Yeah.
It can create these strong bonds.
Right.
But it can also create deep divisions.
That's a good point.
So, I don't know. Have you ever seen this happen in your own life?
That's a good question for the listener, too.
All of us, yeah.
Like, have you seen this in your family or your friends?
Yeah.
Like, how much do your beliefs shape how you interact with others? Where do you draw the line when it comes to accepting differences?
It's something to ponder.
Yeah.
As we continue our deep dive today.
Definitely food for thought.
Absolutely.
Wow, this is already...
It is. It's getting really interesting.
Yeah. These reality TV shows, they're surprisingly, they give us a really interesting lens to look at.
A lot of
these complex issues.
A lot of these really big issues.
Yeah. And it's like we were saying before, it really is interesting how this all ties into, like, fame and public image and...
It's a whole other layer to this.
Yeah, how vulnerable public figures are.
Especially in the age of social media.
Oh, my gosh.
Right, where
everybody's got an opinion.
Yeah.
And they've got a platform.
Yeah.
To share it with the world.
Yeah, and it's like, how do you navigate that?
It's a double-edged sword.
Totally.
Fame can give you a voice.
Yeah.
It can give you a platform.
Right.
But it also comes with this loss of privacy.
Right.
Scrutiny.
Yeah.
And I think, the case of Wendy Williams.
Yes.
Really?
It was heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Like, she was
such a vibrant presence.
So full of life.
Yeah.
So energetic.
In the media.
Yeah.
And to see her now, dealing with these health challenges, like dementia, it's really sad.
It's really tough. And it's like, and to have it all play out so publicly.
It's like you were saying, too, with that Lifetime documentary.
Right. The legal battle surrounding that.
It really does.
Raises a lot of ethical questions.
Like, are they taking advantage of her?
Right. Is this about exploitation?
Yeah.
Or is this, a legitimate attempt to tell her story?
Yeah. And where is that line?
Right. Where's the line?
How do we protect people?
How do we protect?
Especially who can't advocate for themselves.
Absolutely.
It's
a tricky situation.
And it makes me think, too, like, what about our role in this?
The audience.
Yeah.
Right? We're consuming this content.
Are we perpetuating that?
Are we part of the problem?
Right.
These are tough questions.
I don't know if there are any easy answers.
No. I don't think so either.
But it's something.
But it's important to think about.
Yeah. I think it's really important to be aware.
At least be aware that, the entertainment we consume often has a human cost.
Totally.
And we should keep that in mind.
Yeah, so we've talked about a lot so far.
We have.
We've talked about housewives and like these changing friendships.
Dynamics,
Mormon wives.
The role of religion.
In
society.
And then this this difficult
Wendy Williams situation. It's this whole issue of fame.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I'm feeling kind of introspective.
A little bit, yeah.
Like
Makes you think.
It does make you think, and it's like these are shows that people often dismiss as being superficial.
Right. But they can actually prompt us to examine
our own values.
Yeah, our own values, our own beliefs.
Like watching Housewives.
Right.
Makes you think about your own friendships.
Am I being a good friend?
Yeah. Am I supportive?
Am I too quick to judge?
Am I gossiping too much?
How do I handle disagreements?
Yeah. And then watching Mormon Wives makes you think about the role of religion.
In my own life.
In your own life, in your community.
Is it a source of strength and connection or
is it
division? How do we navigate those tensions?
Right. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, it is.
And the thing is too about these shows is that they don't really offer easy answers.
No, they don't.
They just kind of show us these messy situations.
Real life dilemmas.
Yeah, and it's like
conflicting viewpoints.
Yeah, we have to come.
And it forces us to think critically and form our own conclusions.
Yeah, I like that.
It's not about being told what to think.
Right.
It's about
figuring it out yourself.
Yeah, considering different perspectives, arriving at your own understanding of these complex issues.
It's more rewarding too.
Oh, absolutely.
Than just kind of like passively consuming this stuff.
It's about actively engaging. With the ideas.
Forming your own opinions.
Yeah, and forming your own opinions.
I mean, it's like we're getting this crash course in like sociology and psychology.
All rolled into one.
And media studies.
It's fascinating.
It is. And the best part is it doesn't feel like a lecture.
No.
You know?
It's much more engaging.
It feels like we're just having a conversation.
Yeah.
You and me.
Bouncing ideas off each other.
And making connections that we might not have made on our own.
That's what makes it so valuable.
Right.
It's not about, memorizing facts and figures.
Right.
It's about stimulating our curiosity, expanding our understanding of the world.
So as we kind of wrap up our deep dive here, what are some key takeaways that you hope listeners will walk away with?
I think one of the most important things to remember is that reality TV, for all its flaws, all the manufactured drama, it can actually be a really powerful tool for reflection.
I like that.
If we're willing to kind of look beyond the surface, we can find these insights into our own lives, our relationships, and even just like
the bigger picture.
Yeah, the bigger picture.
So like we're using these shows as a starting point for
a springboard.
Yeah, deeper conversation.
About things that really matter.
And those conversations can be uncomfortable sometimes.
Absolutely.
But I think that's okay.
Yeah, I think that's where the growth happens.
Right. It's where we learn.
It's where we learn the most.
So to our listener out there, as you're processing all this, think about the questions that have come up for you. What resonated?
Yeah, what challenged your assumptions?
And what new questions have come up?
Because that's what makes it so rewarding.
Right.
It's not about having all the answers.
Yeah.
It's about asking the right questions.
And continuing to explore.
Exactly. Continuing to explore those deeper layers.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well, that's about all the time we...
Oh, it flew by.
It really did.
I feel like we could keep talking about this for hours.
I know, right?
So much to unpack.
There's so much there, but until next time, keep diving deep.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
And keep those conversations going.
And remember, sometimes the most fascinating truths are hidden in the most unexpected places.
Absolutely.
Even reality TV.
Even reality TV.
All right, well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.